Welcome back. In the previous sessions, we have dealt with what is meant by ratio analysis, its concept, meaning, its objectives, what are the various classification of ratio analysis, what are the criteria for those classifications, and out of those classifications, classification based on functions is considered as the main aspect, and we are going to study in detail all those classifications based on functions. In the previous session, we have dealt with liquidity ratios. Under liquidity ratios, current ratio, quick ratio, and asset test ratio. After that, we dealt with interest coverage ratio, that is earning before interest and tax divided by annual interest on debt. Let's deal with some of the cases relating to interest coverage ratio. Case, the following information relate to A Limited, whereby the earnings after interest and tax, or EAT, after that 10% debentures, 20 lakhs, in brackets its interest is given. Usually in the exam, no sort of this brackets or interest amounts or rate will not be given. They just gave only 10% debentures of rupees 20 lakhs will be given. It's implied that it consists of interest on debentures. Income tax 8 lakhs. You need to find interest coverage ratio or ICR. We all know interest coverage ratio equation is operating profit or earning before interest and tax divided by annual interest. Okay, here earning before interest and tax is not given in the question. The only detail given in the question is earnings after interest and tax. But for the problem concept, we need earnings before interest and tax. So how we are going to find earnings before interest and tax? I hope we all know the income statement which we have dealt in the second module, analysis and interpretation of financial statement. In that, there is a vertical format for an income statement in which we are identifying the earnings of the concern after considering various aspects related to the income and expenditure statement of the concern. For identifying the ICR, you need earning before interest and tax. But in the question it is given earnings after interest and tax. So you need to find earnings before interest and tax from this earnings after interest and tax. So how are you going to find? Just remember the income statement which we have dealt in the second module. As per that statement, the final result is this one, earnings after interest and tax. And earnings before interest and tax is somewhere in between that contents. So you need to reverse back that statement by deducting what all items which you have deducted as per that statement. That means as per the income statement. Because the result of that income statement is earnings after interest and tax. So if you want to retrieve whatever item in between that statement, you need to reverse back all those items which we have already dealt for identifying this earnings after interest and tax. That means you arrived at this 10 lakhs by deducting some items and adding some items. So in order to get the earning before interest and tax, you need to reverse back. That means you need to add back what all items which you have deducted, and at the same time you need to less all those items which you have added as per the income statement. So let's try how we are going to deal that. Here EBT can be found by earnings after interest and tax is 10 lakhs, which is already given in the question. We need earnings before interest and tax. So as per the statement, the final deduction was income tax. So you need to add back first income tax 8 lakhs. Then you will get earnings before tax. For finding out ICR or interest coverage ratio, you need earnings before interest and tax. So you need to add back interest. Usually here the interest is 2 lakhs. It will not be stated in the question. In the question, it's only the only detail gives is 10% debentures is 20 lakhs. So you need to identify the interest amount. It's easy. 10% of 20 lakhs is 2 lakhs. We add back interest on debentures. Remember here the interest on debentures, usually we take the annual interest of debentures. That is the total interest amount paid during the period. Here it is already given 2 lakhs. It is annual interest of debentures paid. Sometimes you might come across in questions where the interest is given on monthly basis. In that cases, you need to take the yearly amount by multiplying that monthly amount into 12. That depends. Okay, finally you got earnings before interest and lakhs. That is 20 lakhs. So by substituting the same in the equation, ICR equal to earnings before interest and tax divided by annual interest. Annual interest already is identified in the question. So you will get 10 times. So for finding out answers of this type of application level question, you need to remember the income statement and its formats very thoroughly. Then only you can find out the answer for this application level cases. Okay, here interest coverage ratio is 10 times. It indicates that the company's operating profit is 10 times of the annual interest payable. Debenture holders can reasonably expect payment of interest in time. This shows the ability of the company to service the debt in highly satisfactory manner. So after finding out the value or ratio or scale like this, you need to make a short interpretation regarding your answer and findings. Okay, let's try some other case. From the following balance sheet of M&P Limited, calculate liquidity ratios and interpret the short-term financial position. Whenever they are asked to find the short-term financial position, it means liquidity position. Okay. As per the question, the balance sheet is given. Balance sheet consisting of liabilities amount, assets amount. We all know all these aspects. And the contents also, we are familiar with each and every item. In the question, it was asked to find the short-term financial position of the concern. Short-term financial position. So you need to find the liquidity ratios. Remember, under liquidity ratios, there are 3 types of ratios. Whenever the question is asked to find short-term financial position or liquidity ratios, it is implied that you need to find the answer for all these 3 cases. Under liquidity ratios, you need to find current ratio, liquid ratio, and asset test ratio. It will not be mentioned in the question to find all these items. It is implied that you need to find the answer for all these cases. Okay. In the question, all these details are given. As per the short-term financial statement analysis, there are 3 types of ratio under liquidity ratio analysis. First one, current ratio. Current ratio equation, current assets divided by current liabilities. So you need to find what all items comes under current assets. Items like stock, debtors, marketable securities, cash, bank. All these comes under current assets. Remember, this marketable security is an example of cash equivalent. It's highly liquid and it can be easily converted into cash. So it comes under cash and cash equivalents, remember. Okay. Current assets include stock, debtors, marketable security, cash and bank. And current liabilities includes creditors and bills payable. So you will get 2,30,000 divided by 1,10,000, you will get 2.09:1. 2.09 is to 1. Next one. Second ratio is liquid ratio, that is liquid assets divided by current liabilities. What all items that come under liquid asset, you all know. You can either take current assets minus stock minus prepaid expenses or directly go for liquid assets. I hope you all know what is meant by liquid assets. From the question, you can say that debtors, marketable securities, cash, and bank comes under liquid assets. Just remember what the examples of liquid assets, current liabilities. You may find it simple, but from the examination point of view, a small misunderstanding or careless mistake in identifying any individual item is not good for examination point of view. Okay, here you will get 1:1. And finally, absolute liquid ratio, its equation is marketable securities plus cash or cash in hand plus cash equivalents divided by current liabilities. Here marketable securities can be otherwise known as cash equivalents. So just remember, marketable securities 40,000, cash 6,000, cash equivalents it may be bank or whatever may be, depends upon the details given in the question, 4,000, and current liability same, that is 50,000 divided by 1,10,000 equal to 0.45:1. Okay, once you have identified the ratios on the basis of analysis of the financial statement, you need to make a reasonable interpretation on the basis of your analysis. So after this ratios identification part, you need to give a detailed brief analysis regarding your findings. Interpretation. Here the current ratio is 2.09:1, which can be considered as adequate because we have learned that the universal standard for current ratio is 2:1. Here it is 2.09:1, it is adequate. Therefore, the working capital position of the company is satisfactory because current ratio is otherwise known as working capital ratio. And secondly, the liquid ratio satisfies the standard norm of 1:1 and also the absolute liquid ratio, which is almost equal to standard norm of 0.5:1. In the short, the liquidity position of the company is good. So after finding the ratios, you need to make a brief analysis or interpretation regarding your analysis. Okay, that's all for today. We will deal with further cases in the next session.